toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Lawrence now off the bootleg, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And you look at this Saints defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Etienne. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd and short. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Once again, they run with Mixon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Saints at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On second down, here's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Now inside the 25, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 68 yards. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Mayfield going to switch things up here. Mixon with a first down carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield. That's caught by Myers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. ETN up the middle. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Saints 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Takes it to about the 37.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On third down, Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. Regular, regular, regular. My God.
Mayfield on play action, rolling to his right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drake London in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 43. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. King. Real. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. What's up?
Mayfield now.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd down, Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
They run for it with Mixon.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mayfield off the play fake.
That one deep for London. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Mayfield now on 2nd down.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he's able to get... ...33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Hey, Lion.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Run, run, run.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Second down and 3.
Regular, regular, regular.
Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, caught by London. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play fake, Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Run, run, run.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
To throw, Mayfield. This goes out wide for Mixon.
So they'll get nothing out of that play.
And that's going to make it fourth down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This will get the lead up to 7. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He completes it to Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's first and goal. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Here's Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied, fourth quarter as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 6 coming up. Mayfield. That's complete to Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He'll buy some time right.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Mayfield.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Saints, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.